It feels like we're going up a river without a paddle. "30% of greenhouse gas emissions come from the food system. So that's more than transport or energy. So clearly there's a big link between climate and food. It's a very intimate relationship. I was born in a small fishing village in Japan. So, all our food was very, very local. We didn't have that much variation in our diet. It was quite seasonal. So there'd be a bowl of rice, some side vegetables, in a way that's quite different here. I mean, you can buy pineapples any time of year. How mad is that? Where you go into a big supermarket and you don't know where your food comes from, you don't know who grew it, where your fish comes from. It looks like a factory in a supermarket. It doesn't feel like there's been a human aspect to the food that you're eating. It sort of didn't make sense to me. It seemed so excessive and so disconnected.
Great, thank you.
Dead bread, waiter.
Hi, I'm Vic and I'm the director of the Brighton and Hove Food Partnership.
Hi, I'm Emma. I'm the Partnership Coordinator for Food Newcastle.
And I'm Fiona, I'm the Chair of Food Newcastle.
Hi, I'm Fran Halsall. I'm Chef Foods Urban Agriculture Coordinator.
My name is Sonia Woodcock and I'm the coordinator for Foodwise Leeds, which is a food partnership for the city. A food partnership is a collection of like-minded people working across different sectors, just interested in making a better food system.
A food partnership is a collection of individuals and organisations who have an interest in promoting the local food system. So this can be food producers, it can be food retailers, it's people who are interested in repurposing food and actually redistributing that to community members. So it's a collective point of activists where they can come together and advocate for a better food system locally. Food impacts on climate change in so many different ways. So first of all, we can look at it as a transport issue. So food that's produced on the other side of the world, it takes a lot of energy in order to just bring it here. So we're exporting our food problem to other countries at the moment. And the Food Partnership really wants to make sure that more production happens locally and that everyone who wants to be involved in the food system can find a role within it. The food system's massive, so if it's food, the Food Partnership's interested in solving that problem.
We've got some fundamental challenges in the food and drink industry. It has to work from a grassroots level, and we're working with children not to just teach them about growing and how they engage with food and how they understand food and drink, but really its entire journey, and that is from the kitchen to the table. And today what we hope will inspire people not only how they make better eating decisions, how they make better purchasing decisions, but actually how we might inspire the next generation of food entrepreneurs.
The green and the red mixed together is really yummy.
So the Magic Hat Cafe challenges food waste in Newcastle. The menu completely changes every day. The better the food is, the stronger the message. So we really wanted to make people ask questions about why it's going in the bin in the first place.
I think when you say sustainable food and climate change to just an average person, a lot of people interpret it just to be everyone needs to be vegan, everyone needs to be vegetarian, but there's so much more to it.
We don't want to just be trying to fix the food waste problem while ignoring all of the other things. So I think this partnership means that it ensures that people look at the big picture.
Our role is about connecting people and getting them to work together a little bit more, just really about that joined up approach.
I have just been told that the commitments and pledges that we're doing today, we are the first in the country to do that. Please give us a hand of applause. Have a wonderful afternoon. God bless you. Thank you.
Leeds City Council has made 3 pledges to the Glasgow Food and Climate Declaration, so we're celebrating those actions today. The pledge is to buy more local food, to not have any more air freighted food, and to reduce the carbon footprint by 50%. COP26 is happening, and we need to really raise the profile of food. We're really trying to increase the amount of food that's produced, really around urban agriculture in Leeds, increasing agroecologically produced food. And I think that's really key. We need to train the people to actually produce the food, and we also need to create market and routes to market so that the food is incorporated and that everybody across the city has access to it.
We're here today for a Climate and Food Day of Action, and part of this is having an outdoor meal to talk about what actions the City Council can take around food and climate change. But this is also part of a bigger programme of work. So we have local restaurants who are doing a lovely lunch on the climate friendly theme. We have schools involved. We have 150 recipe bags going out to low income households, all part of a day of awareness raising around the importance of food and climate change. I was the first director here, and back then it was a bit of a novel idea, the food partnership. Now, thanks to the work of the Sustainable Food Places Network, there are more than 50 towns and cities across the UK taking this partnership approach. What we want to know from you is, what ideas do you have as policymakers in local authorities for the next big thing, right? We've been a food partnership since 2006, so we're really established. But if you don't have one, your council can help by setting one up. If you do have one, there's all sorts of different policies and things that you can get involved in. There's some really practical stuff. Access to land, access to building spaces, looking at the food that the council itself buys and how that impacts on the carbon footprint of the city. I also think the really important thing is actually to go out and talk to communities about what they want to see happen with their food system. Do they want to see orchards planted around their housing estate? It's certainly happening in Brighton and people really enjoy it. Things like that, where it's the whole dialogue going on.
Waiting all my life for this. Show you my jars. So we've got some, nettle seeds that I collected in Walthamstow marshes. We've got some cherry plum jam I made in Stonebridge. Elderflower, champagne, forest in Hackney. I think the magic of foraging, it's sort of a microcosm of what a sustainable food system could be. There's no extended transport chains. It's organic. It's good for you. There's no pesticides or any chemicals involved, and there's you're directly touching and picking what you're going to put in your mouth and on your plate. I guess food partnerships are that as well, aren't they? Food partnerships are a microcosm of what a healthy, ethical, sustainable world could look like.